The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problems, nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast, episode 988. We are 12 away from 1,000. That is soon. It is. We have whatever stuff to get to. You guys are watching us in the chat. We appreciate it. We're everywhere: Twitch, YouTube, Spotify, and all the other places. You, Jerry, on the break. Let's just get right into it. You can't. You save the best for when I'm not paying attention. And on the last episode, if you don't remember, you guys can go back to 987 towards the very end. We talked about cheers, detachable appendages. What we would detach if we could. I would have left my head or my hand, perhaps, or sent my dick on a journey, is what we talked about. Jerry then said that what?
There's a type of octopus. It's called an Argonaut octopus.
An Argonaut octopus.
And it translates in Chinese to White Lotus Sunset or some shit. But this thing, it detaches its dick.
Wait, Argonaut translates to White Lotus Sunset?
No, the Latin name or whatever the other name for it.
Argonaut sounds like it's just like it doesn't debate.
Yeah.
The way you say
Argonaut.
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 I choose the Argonaut.
Get the vaccine. Argonaut.
Argonaut. Yeah.
Put your fucking mask on, bro.
Argonaut.
So the White Lotus Latin octopus, the Argonaut octopus.
Yeah, this thing detaches its penis, and its penis just swims off in the ocean and looks for a mate. And sometimes we'll find 2 to 3 mates to go mate with, while Argo octopus just goes about his life doing his shit.
So this is fascinating because octopuses are like all neurons, right? They don't have a centralized brain. Like 2/3 of their neurons are in their arms.
Yeah.
So where we have a centralized whatever, they're just all so the neurons go through everything, which means that the arm can be doing shit that the brain doesn't know about.
Yeah.
Which means now they've spread the neurons out amongst the penis and then given it some locomotion of its own.
Yeah,
I'm assuming like a little flagella, or does it shoots? It jets itself like a little mini him.
Yeah, and when scientists first discovered it, they thought it was a parasite attaching to the female octopus.
So they didn't discover this. No, it's octopuses.
No, okay, it's not octopi.
No,
right,
it is actually octopuses, and I'll go to the mat over this.
I'm
not. I wasn't arguing with you over it. Trey just looked like, but the octopuses, the pusses, so they found just the penis.
Well, they had a female octopus
being attacked by,
and they were like, "What the hell is this thing? It's some kind of new parasite we've never seen before." And then they kept finding them, and then they actually discovered some in the wild
attached to,
going out carousing.
Carousing.
Yeah. Looking for some ass. Chasing ass.
There's
You
no
never been carousing?
consent in the sea.
Carousing.
No, there's no consent in the sea, sir.
You just gotta. Oh shit! It's here.
Yeah, the sea and consent is right at the front.
Yeah. I don't know if she welcomes it with a dance or what happens when it gets there. But
so does the penis know if it's like that the docking bay is open, or does it?
It must, because they've also
knock?
proven that it still communicates in some way through some sort of neural telepathy to the host body.
Wait, so it's still connected to the...
They have done test and research, and this thing still receives sensations or
the
nerve
dick
impulses.
is quantum entangled with the octopus body?
Dick. Yeah, and some of them have 2 or 3 dicks that they send out.
Bluetooth dick.
What? They got a fleet?
Yeah.
A fleet of...
You could be Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah, yes. They got a fleet of telepathic detachable penises.
You salute them hoes every
or
morning.
Peni.
Good work.
I don't know how to say that. I know how to say octopuses. I don't know how to pluralize a penis.
Peni.
But peni. Okay, so they take the fleet and they send them out, and then they have brain sex with multiple octopuses.
Yeah, this motherfucker might be fishing, but that felt good. Wow.
That's that's fun.
I'm a dad. Oh, I caught a fish.
I want him to run out. How is it that the 10th time you bring us animal dick facts, it's better than the previous 9?
Because he
There's
just
a lot
looks
more
up
interesting
better
ones.
dick facts.
This
I
is
just read about animals all the time, and then it's usually that stuff that makes me go, "What the fuck?"
That's crazy.
Do you write fan fiction for the animals?
No, but I should. God damn it,
Dude,
That's a TikTok
right? And then that duck beak worked its way around the corkscrew. I don't know how it.
Dude, I saw this bird the other day. It has a 17-inch corkscrew dick. It's a type of heron. That's crazy, right? 17-inch corkscrew dick. And it just flies around with this thing.
Those words don't go in that order.
How romantic is heron? What's it called?
Heron. Hey, dog, got that hair on.
A heron.
Heron. How romantic is that date?
No, birds are very rapey.
Open the wine bottle with his dick.
That's exactly. I got it.
The reason that a lot of ducks and heron, a lot of birds, that their dicks became corkscrew shaped is because nature evolved female ducks' vagina to be corkscrew shaped to prevent some of the rapiness and overmating.
Yeah, they obstacle course.
And so these dudes just grew corkscrew dicks and like, we got you, dog.
That's
I'm showing up with the right
nature
Swiss Army
is,
knife.
Nature is,
my
is
God.
Life will find a fucking way.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
She's got that, what is that, sop?
Here we
Swirled ass pussy.
Sap.
got that curled ass.
Yeah, it's curled ass pussy.
Oh, what do we know? All right, we let's get to it, guys. I got a shot. I'm gonna have it. We're drinking. We got a whole selection here of cool alcohols. Many of the Stranahan's bottles from our dear friend Nate in Colorado. The Jameson and the Jack as well. And then we got some Black Feather from our friend T. We're working through some Old Humble over here. There's a lot of good whiskey in the house, and then our good friends the Alamans too. Jesus. Cheers.
Cheers.
What? I got a question. You brought up.
Another Black Feather.
Have you another Black Feather? I want to know.
Bless you, T.
I want to know. You like that's got that bourbon.
It's
You
the
like that
best-
bourbon.
It's one of the best ones I've had, man. I love
There
the
you go.
Stranahan's.
So let's ask the question. You mentioned earlier when we were off air that there are some things. Say you're in a situation, right? You go to a restaurant. Let's call it a restaurant. Maybe not a restaurant. Grocery store. You go to the mall. You go to a lot of places. Bar. You leave. You come home, and you realize you've left something behind. Let's talk about the spectrum, right? What is the stuff you can definitely go back for? Your wallet, your credit card, your phone. Those things are mandatory. You're already in an Uber, right?
Yeah.
But where's the line of stuff? One, you don't go back for, and then two, you can't. I imagine there's stuff on the list like a baby that everybody would probably say yes.
Right.
No, you should definitely go back for that.
For a baby.
You
Okay.
should.
You should.
The easy answer, of course, drugs.
Yeah,
That's
fell
a-
out of your
that's
pocket.
An easy thing,
Right.
But I dropped some cocaine in a bar one night, left, and was like, oh fuck, and so I went back and just sort of casually walked around the bar.
Looking for the little baggie.
Look to see if I saw that baggie on the floor between the bathroom where I was sitting.
Yeah, what? And you
I
did you?
didn't find it, but I found these cops that were talking really fast and laughing a lot. And they were looking at me funny.
and they had so many ideas for police reform.
Yeah, these two HBD officers were just.
You know what you do? You know what you do?
No,
You know, we started a donut truck.
Yeah.
They kept taking turns going to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, I think somebody found my blow.
They totally found it.
There's always certain articles of clothing you can't go back. Like you can't go back. Like I left my underwear.
Oh no,
You know what I mean?
no.
Yeah.
You could go back for a scarf or a shirt.
Well,
Yeah.
If I leave my underwear, it's probably because something bad happened to it, so I probably don't want
so
it
you
back.
don't want it back.
Yeah, I can
I
only.
can only imagine one scenario where I leave my underwear in a business.
No, I weirdly could come up with like
I
four
will.
right off the top of my head, but only one of them that's likely, and and it's terrible.
There's a lot of ways. Right here goes one. You're at a toilet and it's too small, and you have to remove your pants. Right, because you gotta take a shoe off and shit. You gotta get some leverage because it's too tiny in there. And your
Are you in a high
boxes-
school locker?
And your boxes slip off.
I don't go to Japan anymore.
That's right. Oh, and then
Man.
they touch the floor, and now
And then you're like,
poison.
Well, you get
You cannot put your boxers back on if they touch a public restroom floor.
Yeah. Man, look,
Bro, you just go have to commando that. They are lost until the ether.
you can't walk in the house commando. You already used this excuse. You're gonna have to
Yeah, well, yeah.
when you walk in the house. You're like, I gotta get these drawers back. Hey, please.
Okay, that's fair. No, that's
They
that's
a pinstripe.
anything that touches the floor of a public restroom is
it?
lost forever, bro. If you drop your phone, you kind of got to get a new one. That's public
Or
restroom.
clean the shit out of it.
No, it's a no. Your
Or
phone
off of it.
done. Yeah,
A pickle though. I need a pickle off, like a dill pickle off, because it's a diuretic. So I'm gonna poop them germs out later
past
anyway.
my limit of shit I can deal with. That's
It's a diuretic.
pickle and a bathroom.
Trey will
That's like the two grossest goddamn things on the planet.
Wait. If I let's say I'm
Just
in
ate
there
vinegar and ass for
and
no
I
reason.
dropped
Just like,
if I-
that's what I'm doing today.
if I drop the pickle,
if you brought a pickle into the restroom in the first, I got
would
so
find
many
you
questions.
weird for walking in the
I'm
bathroom with a
dehydrated.
If you
Right?
well, then what you doing in the bar in the first place?
You cramping, so you eating a pickle.
Wait, what? This is not how I solve anything.
What do you mean?
I've never solved any problem with a pickle.
I
don't
you
have a
pickle
single
juice,
no
shit like that.
In fact,
you
if
cramping?
someone said, "I will kill you if you don't give me a pickle," I don't think a pickle would be my solution to that problem.
All right, fair enough.
So you're cramping
You're
up.
cramping up.
You got your pocket pickle.
You're like, God, I'm hurting. Where's my pickle?
Right. So you got your pickle.
You pull it out of the fucking saran wrap.
Damn it, Linda, you know how I get when I'm hurting.
You know I get when I ain't had my pickle.
It's an emergency pickle.
Hey, man,
You know
pickle.
what I mean?
Sure,
Just
yes.
like the way people keep Advil.
I
in
don't
their
know what
pocket.
you mean at all. I don't-
You don't keep like pain reliever on you? Advil?
Bro, I keep a
No.
pack of M&Ms in my backpack like all the time in
For
case
blood
I
sugar
get that.
purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't go out unless I take a joint, but
See, there you
Boom.
go.
So
That's
anyway,
it. It's a
So
pickle.
I got a dill pickle just in case I get a cramp, right? My calf locks up. Shit.
I ain't smoking that joint after it falls on the floor.
I,
Not in the bathrooms when I go in.
So you walk in yeah, well, those people putting their hand on their shoulder trying to fuck you.
trying to get crazy.
Oh, you dropped that joint? Well, you tried to signal. No, you can have it. Just let me out.
Boy, yeah. See, I avoid all this by just going, nah.
I'm not going out.
Let
Yeah.
y'all think I'm homophobic.
See what get you?
Yeah.
Y'all eating floor pickles over here.
No, none of y'all. None of y'all. None of y'all.
Jerry,
I wouldn't eat
Jerry,
a pickle if it
Jerry,
didn't come off the floor.
all I
but
know is
goddamn
this.
sure ain't eating floor pickle.
if they had to guess who's eating a pickle off the floor,
Yeah, I know that, but they'd be
Look, bro,
wrong.
listen,
people losing this
listen.
bet.
If they want, bro,
They
one,
lose the Jeopardy
if,
question.
if you're both in there and you got the pickle, they gonna think you stole it from him. There is.
Why you take that man's
get
pickle?
that man his snack back. We're sorry about that, sir. Give him his snack
Jerry
back.
going, I don't
Right
want the
now.
goddamn pickle.
You're always
Ugh.
rankling somebody. Give him his
Pickles are the most detestable.
I'm with you, bro.
I can't even hardly smell them.
Now, hang on. I can fuck with sweet pickles though. You don't mess with any pickles?
No pickles.
Oh, he don't
So
like the texture.
I just don't do dill.
I had a cucumber almost kill me.
Well, yeah, but you were doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious. I drank cucumber water at a gig and almost died and didn't know I was allergic to cucumbers.
Oh.
But I've always hated them, and I've always the
Yeah,
the
cucumbers-
smell of a pickle.
But cucumbers aren't pickles. They're pickles, but they are pickles. But they're not pickles.
They're
No,
dills.
they're just like, hey, let's take this shitty ass fucking vegetable and let's soak it in the worst shit that mankind has ever made.
No, hold on. No, vinegar is not the word. Vinegar is actually one of the greatest inventions ever. As a matter of fact, it was a huge commodity during the plague. And
Settle
and
down,
during
Dr.
influenza.
Carver. I just mean the way it smells.
Fuck you.
You can't
I
tell
can't
him
say
that
shit on
MLK Day. You can't.
Oh yeah, damn, Jerry.
Come on, bro.
Yo,
Cancel. That's so goddamn funny.
So wait. So one, I wanna defend pickles a little bit because I am anti-dill as they come. Dill is the worst.
It's a
Dill.
weird thing.
I-
Anti-dill.
Yes.
Finish that sentence.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to. Sour pickles is my thing.
That's what I mean.
You said dill.
Wait, dill's not
There's
sour.
dill.
What's
sour? Sweet? Hot?
Right. So I got
Spicy.
Spicy?
edamame or what's the do they make them like what's that fifth taste bud?
Enema. That's the
Umami.
umami.
Umami. So the all right. All right, so sweet pickles are good. Bread and butter pickles are fuck-withable. Our friend Juan makes some Dirty Juan's pickles here in Houston. He makes some really good habanero pickles. There's some those kinds of, but man, when it's got that makes my face go like that.
Yeah,
I don't
Rob
mess
tried
with
to
it.
get me with them Kool-Aid pickles. I ain't falling for it.
Oh, you can't drink that Kool-Aid.
That's not the Kool-Aid you drink.
You ain't gonna get me with no pickles.
All right, so you're strongly against. You'll eat them off the floor. You guys are the different
Public
He'll eat them off the
public
bathroom.
restroom floor.
Because it's a diuretic.
So that's all.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna eat it and then it's gonna come out.
Yeah, they serve tea at bars. You fucking
Get a coffee, bro. That's
Yeah, I mean you could do that.
a lot
but-
of diuretics. You
I'm
don't
not
have to
gonna
eat on the bathroom floor.
floor pickle. So would you go back to the restaurant if you left your pickle? How much of the pickle
he
would you
would.
have
I
to
think
have
he
left?
would
What
go
if you'd
back.
taken one bite and it was
Yes.
still in the?
So all right. So how many bites? If
Do you-
3 bites or less,
do you keep the pickle? Do you keep the pickle soaking in its own juice in the bag?
you can. Or
I
some-
assume you're
let
talking
it
about a
dry
gas
sometime.
station pickle, right? That you got to open like
Yeah.
that, and then
Yeah.
so do you pour all the stuff out?
No, he does that like a shot.
No, so exactly. I sip that, get all that good.
Them dudes
I
who
get
used to
all
work
that
on my
in.
crew do that same shit. They carry around a jar of pickles. They
Yeah,
drink
they
that
wasn't
shit during
cramping.
the day.
Meanwhile,
so
you're
they didn't
falling off roofs and shit.
It's all right. I didn't have to put a pickle in my mouth.
You don't even do that after a shot of whiskey. That's you tell people you will, and then you just go, I'm not drinking that pickle juice shit.
Yeah.
That's nobody.
I would rather do shots of pickle juice.
He drinks pickled beer.
That shit is delicious.
See, that's why it's just a taste.
So
it's a
good.
taste that you have for that sort of thing. Yeah.
So you'd go back for
So
the,
you'd go back for that.
for
you
half
wouldn't go
a-
back
for
for your
half-
underwear.
for half a pickle.
How you guys doing? Look here.
Well, he's clearly
I left
ruined that. He's eating a floor pickle.
Yeah.
I left a pickle in here.
I
Yeah,
got
you
a-
left some underwear too. I don't want that. Those aren't
I
mine.
don't want those. Those are mine. Anyway, I got
I'm pretty sure at this point you've been thrown out of this restaurant and you didn't leave anything.
Or IKEA.
You were asked
wherever
to
the fuck you're at.
IKEA. Yeah.
Had a free hot
trying to
dog
get
and a
another-
pickle. That hot dog was shit.
I need 2 more pickles and one of them umlaut tables or whatever.
Pickles are the shit, dude. They,
All right, what else would you go back for?
Well, this is something I had to go back for one time. So this is pretty embarrassing. So I'm out with
It's pretty embarrassing. Nothing we've done in the last. Okay.
Floor pickle was okay.
Oh yeah, flip it, dude. It's
This
a
is
diuretic.
crazy.
And once again, I'm gonna say it's coming out shortly.
Diuretic.
So,
Yeah.
Here we go. So you were where, when, doing what?
so I'm out with my brother and his friends, and they're hoodlums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And an altercation breaks out in the shit, right?
Where are you guys? You guys in a parking lot? You in a bar?
We're in a
you in
club.
a club?
Right. And it's a scuffle. You know, whatever. It's a back and forth scuffle type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I leave. It's a situation where we had to run out. I get in the car. We drive back to the hotel. I realize, hey man, I'm missing a shoe. Right,
One shoe.
I'm missing one shoe.
Okay.
So, and I'm like,
All the way back
I'm
to the hotel.
drunk and all this, and it's like, I missed the shoe, man. And everybody's like, all right, we can't go back. And I'm like, bro, I it's the only shoes I brought. Like I gotta go back and get my other shoe. So we had to I had to walk in as it was closing up. We'll wait till it's closed to whatever. So I go back and I'm walking in and I'm just like, hey man, I was just wondering, if you guys seen a shoe. It's kind of blue and black, and I'm describing it and looking around. And the most embarrassing shit was to have to walk back to the car and be like, yeah, they say they ain't got it. They ain't got Yeah, they ain't got the shoe. They say they ain't got it.
You went all the way.
Did they look? Yeah, they fucking look, bro. They ain't got the shoe. So that was
Well, it would have been funny if they'd come out with 3 shoes that
Different
weren't
shoes.
yours.
All lefts.
That'd have
Sorry,
been
yeah.
that. I swear to you, I don't know that I wouldn't have done that to you.
You got a sandal?
If you'd shown up in one shoe,
Yeah, and then
You were a bartender. You'd
and
be like,
I'm the
"Everybody
bar,
give me your
bro,
left shoe right
I'd have
now."
come out with every shoe.
Is it
that-
any of these 7?
Absolutely, Cinderella, put your foot up. I'd have.
motherfuckers looking everywhere. Where was you at? Well, we was the ones. Oh, you the motherfuckers ruined the night. It was like,
There's no worse feeling than missing something and not knowing if it's where you're going back to.
yeah.
My wallet in Poland was the first night in Poland.
Come swear, bro. It was not funny, but it was my favorite. One of my favorite moments of
I
fucking
let him giggle
shit.
at my
You
pain.
didn't lose
No,
your floor pick.
it was-
You lost your
I
wallet.
I remained
No,
composed.
he was poised the whole time. It
It's-
wasn't like Slade was panicking.
First day of
Very
a first
poised.
day of a 1 month long tour, and we went to the bar, and I got back to the hotel, and I woke up the next morning to go downstairs and pay for all the rooms and everything else, and my wallet was fucking gone. Period.
Yeah.
Tore everything apart. Everything. I ripped my luggage apart. I flipped the room upside down.
I would not have been composed.
I went through both vans.
He lifted and squatted. Maybe I stuck it. Coughed.
You saw
No
me.
wallet.
It was.
Poised. Chill. Total older brother move.
What you gonna do? I
You could
can't.
tell
I
he
can't break
sit
down in
there.
front of these people.
Yeah, you could tell, like, he's like, no, I'm the leader, blah, blah, like, everything's fine. Everybody else is panicking.
Everything's fine. Everything's
Slade's
fine.
like, that's
Everything's
cool,
fine.
blah, blah. He's like, there's no place. I had to have left it at that bar.
It was.
Well, everybody else is panicking because he's paying for their rooms.
That's no. Yeah.
No, bro, we got to find that wallet.
And he had, like, 4 or 5 other, like, plans. Like, in
Yeah.
college, he had everything. He was like, it just would be easier if I
Yeah,
had my goddamn
contingency.
watch.
I had a secondary plan, a tertiary. We were
Yeah,
already.
when you got
I was,
contingencies. It's
I had a-
easy not
Here's
to
the
freak out.
best part. Go back to the bar, and he had to go in there as a Gen Xer and say, hey, have you seen my Spider-Man wallet?
Yeah, fucker.
And the bartender came out with 8 Spider-Man
Hey,
wallets.
it's one of these
Like,
is yours.
I got the Batman, I got the Hulk, I got the Iron Man,
This
I
is
got the.
Spider-Man eating
Put
a
your
pickle.
hand out, Cinderella.
Like, how many fucking me's were
Yeah.
here last
He
night?
came back with it. I was like, I was crying laughing.
It
I
was-
I don't know if you would have asked that, but I was like, he has to tell.
There was no. I
didn't know what your wallet looked like until he came back. I was like, you asked him to find a Spider-Man motherfucking wallet?
Mercifully, I was the only wallet left in the bar,
Yeah.
and it was the owner's lived on premise, and it was. Europe's an easier place to lose shit.
Yeah.
Because they just sweep the place up and walk upstairs and go to bed, and all you got to do is make enough noise to sound like you're breaking into their bar the next morning, and they're happy to come down and make you quiet.
I lost some medicine one time in Home Depot, and I did not go back for it because I had
fucking living?
I'd been on this job like out in the sticks, and I had to take a shit in the woods. I got poison sumac on my butthole, like all up my ass and everything, and it was bad, like blisters and shit.
I think you're burying the lead. Don't nobody give a fuck what happened in Home Depot, bro. Tell us,
Oh, you never had to shit in the woods? Well, I had to shit in the woods.
tell us more.
But I apparently touched something I shouldn't have touched while I was shitting in the woods, and things spread,
Okay.
Oh my God.
And
That was a terrible day anyways. Let me tell you about that.
Okay.
So I'm out doing this job. I'm building this big corral fence for this dude who bought all this property. There's no houses around that you can see anywhere. We're out in the woods, out in the sticks, out in Montgomery County, just in the fucking national forest. And I had to shit. And when I gotta go. I got Crohn's disease. It's gotta happen, So I just usually I keep some toilet paper in the truck for those kind of jobs. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go find me a nice location in the woods away from the job to do this. And I walked down through this nice little peaceful creek bed, and I found a little sapling that I could hold on to and drop trowel and paint. And I did my job and cleaned up and everything. But while my pants were still down, I started hearing kids giggling. And I looked up over to the left.
that's a felony.
And right through the trees, there's a rainbow play center with 2 little 9, 10-year-old kids just laughing their ass off. And it's the dude that owns all the property out there. It's his model house. Just happened to be visible to that creek, and I was like, so I'm running out of the creek. That's probably how I got the poison sumac. I'm running out of the creek, my pants, trying to get my pants up, terrified the police about to show up.
Tissue hanging out my ass. It's just
whatever jail you go to for shitting in front of kids, and I'm just panicking.
The
It's
tank.
Conroe. It's Conroe. I don't want to go to jail for that in Conroe. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be a good rap.
No. You did what? Yeah.
You got to die, And so then I a couple days later, I had this horrible thing going on. So I go to my doctor, and he prescribes me this steroidal rash cream. But it's prescription. So on the tube, it says steroidal rash cream.
Oh, like you bought it in a
Yeah.
Roadrunner cartoon.
Yes. And I'm like, in the Home Depot bathroom. I had to use it. And then I had this vest that had these pockets that kind of slanted down a little bit. And somewhere walking through the Home Depot, it fell out of my pocket. And dude, it's a $45
Don't give a fuck what that
tube of
costs.
fucking
That's
rash
gone,
cream.
bro. That's gone.
I sat out in the parking lot.
That's gone
I
like
debated
the
it
Cowboys
a
in a playoff game.
But I was like, man, this is a Conroe Home Depot. A lot of people know me in here. I cannot go in here looking for this rash cream. And what happens if I find it? You know, and I got to pick it up in front of people.
Well, no,
and there's
you're-
already a crowd of people looking at it. Like, what the fuck is
no.
that?
Oh, is that what you thought they were? They were all in there like.
I just pictured there was like 8 rednecks in there in the plumbing aisle, like staring at the
I ain't touching it.
rash cream on the ground.
I thought he didn't want to go back because he wanted to get on the intercom.
Yeah.
If anyone has seen any ass cream, we're looking for. It's steroidal.
Steroidal. It's spinal. Steroidal ass cream.
Bro, you at least got the build where you could play it off. I said ice cream, goddammit. Look at me.
I just sat in my truck for a while. I was mad about that $45, but I was like,
That's
I can't
so
go
you
back
didn't even
in
give it a lap.
there. No, I knew people.
I knew
in
you
there.
weren't gonna ask a
You
manager.
people what? Took it?
No, I knew people in the store. Like I walk in that store and everybody's like, "Hey Jerry," you know what I mean? Like,
Right, but couldn't you have pretended you needed like a fridge, something something to move a fridge?
no.
I don't know, a
What?
Home Depot thing,
So you-
something in the
I
back.
use this to lube up pump seals. It's
No,
not for me.
you just
It's not-
in the off chance that you see it on the floor, then you could drop something and pretend to pick it back up, or you could kick it
Now you
an
gotta go
aisle or
put-
two over. Or that's Home Depot. The aisles are elevated. Why don't you kick it like a hockey
yeah.
puck underneath to the other aisle
yeah.
and then walk around? It's
you
45
weren't the guy
bro.
sitting in my truck pitching me ideas.
Well,
that
no,
day.
and had I been there, I'd have been laughing so goddamn
Yeah,
hard.
you
None of
would've
these
said
ideas
it.
would have happened. I'd have gone back in and told him we were looking for Jerry's ass cream.
Yeah,
I'd have- so we
Me-
would have been on the intercom.
Me and Will were doing a paint job for Billy D. We were painting Billy D's cabinets and
Uh-huh.
stuff. And my paint sprayer, you got to use a water-based lubricant to seal the pipes when they go into each other. And I
We still
forget-
talking about
yeah.
working?
I forgot to bring it with me. And so I had to like go into that Walgreens, and I walk into the Walgreens, and the dude's like, "Hey, do you need some help?" I was like, "Yeah, where are your water-based lubricants?" And this kid's face.
Is Will standing over your shoulder?
This kid was like, "What do you mean?"
Y'all want to get crazy?
I said, lubricant, like Vaseline, but water-based. And he's like, I was like, I use it to lube up my pump seals on my painter. And he goes, "Oh, okay. I think they're over there in the feminine aisle." I was like, all right, man.
Oh my god! So what'd you do that day? Did you just like patch your ass with like cornstarch?
No, I went and bought me another $45 tube of cream.
That's a shame.
Oh goddamn!
Infinity 1982. Ophelia says in the chat you should have just given a Mexican $5 in the parking lot to go in and get your
And
cream
get-
for you. That's a strong move.
That could you did it, or just went in there proud.
Hey man,
Hell, y'all looking at?
I lost my rash cream.
bet I did something y'all didn't do.
You ever had poison sumac?
But here's the thing about that. You didn't see. I always feel that way in movies. Like when I see somebody do something, and then instantly, Crocodile Dundee too. He's fishing with the dynamite in the harbor. He throws it in. Instantly, harbor police show up in a boat and a helicopter. I'm like, you didn't see the helicopter or the boat before you threw the dynamite?
That's
And I
interesting.
was gonna change that metaphor, but I realized it works perfectly.
Yeah.
How?
You didn't see that cop before you threw the dynamite? Kid, cop,
Yeah,
whatever.
No, I did not. I did
Three-letter
not.
code word.
No, I thought I was in the woods having I was like,
Peaceful time in the woods.
yeah, well, I mean, just.
But you didn't do a
when you-
360? You
when
just
you work out in the middle of nowhere like that, you had to do that one time, you know.
right.
Every
But you,
once in
I
a
mean, but you make a lap. You spin.
I walked into the woods away from my job site so
Right.
the smell wouldn't travel. I found a nice creek to walk across.
What is?
It sounded quiet.
Right. But
Felt
then you
peaceful.
were like, I should I look on the hill for a daycare?
Yeah.
Or a
I thought we were out in the middle of nowhere. I did not fathom that I could be anywhere. Like we're building like a 3-mile fence in the woods. You know what I
Even
mean?
there.
For a
right. What are the
property.
odds that you?
Just
Yeah.
in somebody's backyard.
What was
In the
really
middle of
fucked
nowhere.
up, man, you know what the
It's a
other thing
gated
about
community.
that that's really fucked up is I forgot. So I got back to the truck after all that had happened, and the builder had pulled up and dropped off a porta potty. in the time that I was gone out in the woods, shitting in the woods.
Well, if
Man,
it wasn't
I had
there
to
that
crap-
day,
I had to crap in a paint bucket under somebody's porch one time. That was
That right there, that's how life kicks you in the dick. Like,
Tell
if
me
you'd have
about
just
it.
held on to that shit, right? Not
I
ate that
can't,
floor
man.
pickle.
Oh, my stomach
right?
starts moving. I got to go.
I got to go. If you
Yeah.
could have fucking just held on for 8 minutes, you would have been $90. You would have lost $90.
right? Because you lost the 45 and spent
the
another 45. You did
And
run it
it's
both
like,
ways.
if
Oh,
you
it hurt
could've
my
waited
soul.
7,
Trust
8
me.
more minutes, they came with a porta potty. But
That's
that's what happens when you eat floor
Yeah,
pickles.
if I had waited on that porta potty, I'd save myself about $300 because there's a doctor's visit and
Yeah.
then a lot of pain and turmoil, with your ass on
See,
fire
the
and what
moral
have
of
you.
that story is be patient, Jim.
Yeah, Crohn's disease. Do not let
Listen
you
to
be
Trey.
patient.
Give it. It's how they say count to 10 when you're angry.
Yeah, I had already counted to 10. I was out of 10s. It was a quick waddle through the
I was
creek.
out of 10s.
Oh, you guys learn so much about us. I love hosting this show. Cool things coming up around the corner. We have much more Whiskey Brothers stuff. You can always catch new episodes of The Out Route now on our page. We also have a playlist of Slade Runner episodes. A new one of those went up. Jerry Wayne is doing some incredible work
Catalina Bay.
chopping all of these things into digestible
Can I ask
pieces.
you before we go?
Go ahead.
What does it feel like having everybody have something that contributes to the page?
Oh, it's
We
incredible.
all have
I'm like
something
literally.
that
I
way-
wake up in the morning. I don't know what to do. I
Yeah.
don't know what to do. I'm like, I went for a bike ride the other day. I was like, holy shit, this is incredible.
Everybody's doing something.
And
Yeah.
that'll get another shot out of me.
Yeah, yeah.
I will drink to this. Right now, the Whiskey Brothers are firing on every cylinder, and you're getting to see some of the best of what we do on all of our channels. We have some other things coming up soon. Is This Thing On goes into, I guess we can say
Yeah,
season 2.
2.
It's a best of all-stars. We're going to convene and bring you 15 of our favorite contestants from the first season. We're going to put them in to do 2 episodes apiece. It's not our favorite, but they're the ones who work together. There's a lot of people on the show that did the first season that we couldn't get to for this season. They'll be back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good talent in town. So pay attention to what we're doing. Hit subscribe on all of that. We're working on some cool shit. Lots of comedy to come. Your special is out right now, the Jerry Wayne Longmire, The Wrecking Yard. You can find that on YouTube. Jerry's YouTube. You can find it on our YouTube too, but all of the clips on yours certainly worth following. An Andy Huggins special coming in 2022, helmed by your Whiskey Brother friends. And then
New Whiskey Brothers special coming in 2022.
that's happening too. We just found out.
I just thought I'd lead with it and see where it went.
That's and I went, yeah, how'd you know about it? That's
That joke hurt my feelings.
You already got a special, motherfucker.
How special you think you is?
Get 2 specials. Come on now.
Nothing but love. You guys in the chat, we appreciate y'all. Y'all are the best, and we are we're happy to have. It's really cool to have as many friends in our little global community that we do.
Yeah.
Many of you guys as far away as New Zealand and Australia, into Africa. We have some fans in Kenya that I adore, and then up into the Scandinavian countries. There's lots of folks up in Norway and Finland and some of that. We need to get out more. I'm going to try to go visit everybody. And Aiden in the UK. There's so many people we need to go. He stopped smoking pot after 30 years. Aiden, who was doing like an ounce a week. One of my favorite people in the world. He went cold turkey and he stopped, and he's in the middle of that, I won't say that fight, but that kind of thing. So Aiden, if you're listening, buddy, cheers,
yeah.
mate. We're
Try drinking.
we're
Keep
pulling for
fighting.
you. Oh yeah, we're pulling for you. All our friends and everybody in the chat, you know we love you guys. If you need anything at all, you know where to find us, and we will see you guys on another episode of the Whiskey Brothers soon.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by
Scarface.
Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.